Welcome to the land of logarithms, people. You made it this far. Chapter 9, Section 2. By the way, what I'd like you to do is not jot this down in your journal because this would be very hard to draw, but if you wanted to, you could try. Okay? Right now, this equation right here is y equals 2 to the power of x. This red equation right here, this function is y equals log base 2 parentheses x. Something you will notice about this equation and this equation, they reflect perfectly across this wonderful line called y equals x, which is the parent function for all linear functions. We call it the mama function. All right, just kidding, you know. But you guys see how these are perfect reflections across y equals x?
Yeah.
Now check this out. All right, we're going to look at a table. All right, so right here, if I have a 2 and I get a 4, right, in the blue, right, 2, 4, scroll down. If I plug in a 4, what happens in the red equation? It becomes a 2. Interesting. Wait a second. They are inverses of each other. Can you guys see how they're inverses of each other? All right, so what we're going to do right now is we're going to start our section dealing with logarithms. So we're going to go from exponential form to logarithmic form, and then we're going to go from logarithmic form back to exponential form. But before we do that, we need to take some notes. So right now, I want you guys in your journal to write b to the power of x equals y. And you're going to write above this exponential form. Now I know you're used to seeing this. We just came from exponential functions, which was y equals a times b to the power of x. Well, what we did right now, we're just saying, you know what? We're just saying a is 1, and we're just saying y equals b to the power of x. But notice how I rewrote it. I just put b to the x equals y. So it's just the flip. So it's the same thing we'd be dealing with. This is your exponential form. Over here, I want you to write logarithmic form. And I want you to write log. You're doing like a subscript right here, okay? Really tiny b right here, lowercase b. You're going to open up a parentheses. I'm going to put the letter y right here is equal to x. Now this right here does not make a whole lot of sense yet, because we're going to start plugging in numbers, and you're like, okay, I see what's going on here, all right? Because right now all we have is what? Letters. And it's kind of hard for the brain to work in letters. So right now, how about this? Does everybody know that 2 raised to the power of 3 does equal the number 8? So far so good? Yeah. I'm going to write log 2, 8 equals 3. Now I'm going to color code this so you guys can see what's happening here. Ready? Start with our most important number, the number 2. Which is our base number, okay? That's our base number right there. The base number of 2, okay? By the way, you could put a little arrow right here and say, hey, that's my base. All right? No trouble, just base. Now, I know. I got them all day. That's why I'm a teacher, not a comedian. X right here represents what's called your exponent, or you could call it the power. And for y, we'll just say, hey, this is your answer. This is what it evaluates to. Okay? So right now, I've highlighted the b value, which is the base in blue. So right here, I'm going to highlight this. And my exponent, or power, is x. In this problem, it's a 3. I'm going to highlight this also in red, so you guys can see how it transfers over. And last but not least, my answer, which was the number 8, goes right here in logarithm. Okay? This right here helps you get to a large answer. This helps you find your exponent. Okay? So this is kind of the, like we said, it's the inverse process, okay, of what's happening in the problem. So let's do another one. Here we go. How about this? How about 6 to the power of 3 equals 216. Anybody want to try to change this to logarithmic form? Go ahead, Tatum. Log. Subscript. Yeah. So there's the base. 6.
Then that would be
216. What does that equal?
Equal to
Very good. Okay. Now this is how you change from exponential form to logarithmic form. Now we're going to go backwards. This is even easier, personally, I think. All right, here we go. Choose a number, any number that's greater than the number 1. 5. I like it. Okay. So right now, Leon, I'm going to do 625 and put equals 4. If I wanted to change this to exponential form, this is what I want you to do. Start right here. Draw an arrow going to the number 4. Then from the number 4, draw an arrow going to the number 625. I want you to understand that your final answer is going to be 5 raised to the power of 4 equals the number 625. That's how you go back. From one world into the other world. If you're in logarithmic form and you want to go to exponential form, just go around the world. And you've gone into the other dimension. Do one more, ready? Let's do one more. I'm going to put, ready? Log A C equals B. Let's go around the world, everybody. Here we go. Where are we going to start? A. Where am I going to go to? B. Then where am I going to go to? All right. So what would this be in exponential form? There you go. It's easy as A, B, C. All right? So what we're going to do is start practicing right now. Start practicing. Let's go. Right now. Zoom in on problem number 1. Everybody? Right now we have B to the power of X equals Y. And we want to go to log base B. Y equals X. So we got to write this equation not in exponential form, but in logarithmic form. Who wants to tackle this one? Be famous. Oh, Brooklyn, go ahead. Be famous. Log 5. I agree. Parentheses. 125. Equals 3. You're absolutely correct. Great job. That's it. That's what I want you to do on the first 6 problems. Just change it from one form to the next. Good luck. You want to do the next one real quick? Ready? Log, what's the base? Go ahead, Blue, what's the base? No. Yes, that's the base. Good. Parentheses. 1. Right. What does that equal to? Now, here's how you can check it. Here's how, if you do it, and you're unsure, did I do it right? Then go around the world, see if it works. Is 7 to the power of 0 equal to the number 1? Yes. 7 to the power of 0 is equal to the number 1. You see how I went around the world to check my answer? All right? This right here is your answer. You don't have to put the arrows. That was just to help you check it. That'd be very skipping ahead. Here we go. Down to, you know what? Let's just do number 8. It's right there. Waiting for us. Here we go. Number 8, if I wanted to change this from logarithmic form to exponential form, we're going to start at the 2. Going to go to the 6. Going to go to the 64. What's the answer to number 8? I know everybody has it.
2 to the power of 6.
2 2 to the power of 6 is equal to? You are right. 2 to the power of 6 is equal to 64. Just go around the world, people. Go from logarithmic world to exponential world. All right. Now we're going to start solving the real problems. Oh, yeah. Like number 13. By the way, my suggestion right now, if everybody would please, is put this equals x. We are not going to use a calculator. Just letting you know. Not using a calculator. So, but we are going to go around the world. Help me out, Bailey. Help me. I'm lost. I'm in logarithmic world. I need to go to exponential world. Good luck. 9. Power of x equals 1. I wonder what number would have to be plugged in here to make everything equal to a 1. By the way, it's a very holy answer. 0. That's right, 0. 9, everybody, to the power of 0 is equal to 1. Therefore, your answer right now, everybody, is 0. Because 9 to the 0 is equal to 1. By the way, if you have $1 billion in the bank, that is awesome. But if you take 1 billion... Oh, man, I know my board's resetting. I gotta add 3 more zeros, I know this. There we go. But I raise it to the power of 0. Now, you have $1 in the bank. Just so you know. All right, so now, let's move on to a more difficult. Ooh.
Now when you write check, you can do that.
Let's see how that works out for you. All right, I'm writing you a check for $1 million to the power of 0. I don't think the banking industry would like that very much. They might do something.
That would be
Hey,
funny.
try it and tell me how it works out.
Okay.
Just kidding. Don't try it.
Yeah,
Don't be bad.
that's how that was.
Here we go. Everybody write 8 to the power of x is equal to the number 4. Now, this is where you actually have to start thinking. There is a base number that the number 8 and the number 4, it is 2. Can anybody tell me how to get to 8 with the number 2, with using exponents? Look at that. By the way, do you know why companies hire more than one people to solve problems? Because when people work together, right? Does Apple and Google and Microsoft work on just one person that started it?
Yeah.
No! They hired thousands of people to keep the ship afloat, of problem solvers. So right now, Leon figured out it was base 2. Jacob figured out 2 to the third is 8. Madison's going to help me change the number 4 into a base 2.
2 squared.
2 squared is right. Brilliant. Good job. Now, what do we know about problems where they have the same base? Now what can we do? We can do something. We can set what? 3x equal to the number 2. And then divide both sides by 3. So what do we finally evaluate this to become? What was our x value in this case? 2/3. Wait a second. Are you telling me that 8 to the power of 2/3 is 4? No way. Let's check. 8 to the power of 2 divided by 3. Oh, the suspense. Now we're solving problems, people. Not the problems that you want solved, like hunger, stuff like that. But at least we're solving some problems that are difficult. By the way, I'm going to put equals. You're not going to believe what number I'm going to put here. These are brilliant. So here we go. Ready? 7 to the power of x equals 7 power of x equals 1 over 49. Now we made a little chart. Now don't tell me the answer if you already know the answer. We made a little chart. We started with 0 because any number to the power of 0 is 1. Then we said 7 to the first is 7. And we said 7 squared is 49. But we got to work our way backwards. Now, I'm not going to tell you the answer. But does anybody see the answer up here on the page? Anybody see an answer? What is it, Blue? That's right. Check this out. If I wanted to find my answer right here, I'd say 7 to the what? Power of -2 is 1 over 49. So what is my final answer? What did x end up becoming in this particular case? -2. Right, thanks. -2. That's what you're doing. Without the calculator, you are setting things up so that you can eventually solve for them. Some of them are easier than others. You can do this. Good luck.